Hi, everybody. Anna here again. I think this is number 5 or 6. Can't remember. I am so excited to chat with my buddies, Jen and Jamie Wright from Whole Therapy. Hi, guys. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
So excited. Look, I'm even wearing Whole Therapy.
The Whole Therapy swag.
Love it.
I miss these guys so much. I think we met probably like 11 years ago. It's like time flies. I met Jamie at Good Life. I wasn't working there anymore as a trainer, but was working out there. And he came over to introduce himself, and then a few days later, I saw Jen come in, and I'm like, "Oh, I need to be her friend. She looks so cool." And so I did. I made you my friend.
I felt the same way.
Yeah. So Jen and Jamie are the owners of this incredible organization company called Whole Therapy, and they have 2 locations now, right? And I will let you guys just explain what you guys do and how long you've been doing it.
Sure, I'll jump in.
Go for it.
So Whole Therapy, I like to call it a unique and collaborative wellness center. And so we're multidisciplinary. So we have physiotherapy, chiropractic, massage therapy, personal training, rehab training, and mental health services as well. So we have a lot of things, but not too many. And our focus is basically working together as a team to make people well faster and have them stay well longer.
Mm-hmm.
So our general philosophy is that we want to see people as often as necessary, but as little as possible, which is a bit of a departure from some other places.
Yeah. So I know for sure, like I've, been with you guys forever and would work out with Jamie. He would break me and then Jen would fix me. But I know that like you come in with an issue and then, you guys figure out what the issue is. And then if you cross, if it's chiropractor or massage therapy or whatever it is, that whatever needs to get done to help the client gets done, which is awesome. I send all my people there and they've always been very pleased with the services that you guys provide. So you have 2 clinics. One is in the West End and one is on Lancaster.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And so that's great. So during this lovely time of COVID and self-isolation, what have you guys been doing virtually to be able to help your clients?
Well, just before actually the COVID stuff started, we started some online physio, which we still have. So people, if you do need to see a physio, then you can go online. We have an online app where you can actually just book an appointment and see your physio. And then as kind of COVID started to roll out and we realized that it was going to run on for probably longer than we would like. We still wanted to be able to do what we do. And of course we had to, the term now is pivot, right? So we had to pivot the business and still end up doing what we love doing, because we love to help people, and not being able to do that on a daily basis kind of wears away at our souls. So we created an online membership based page. And what we've been offering is in the morning, Jenny and I come on at 8:30 and we have a morning coffee. And that coffee is really just to kind of set the tone for the day, right? So we get up, we kind of get some purpose, and we give tips on organization and goal setting. And on Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays, Mondays we set goals. On Wednesdays we check in with everybody. On Fridays we get to celebrate the accomplishments and things of those goals. Generally Tuesdays and Thursdays we set challenges for people. And each of those days is basically, a coaching call. So we're just passing on information and helping people step off on the right foot for the day.
And the rest of the members group has other things that things like workouts. We have some live workouts every day, 2 to 3 workouts a day. Nice. We also have guided meditations. We have a bunch of different kinds of workouts in there too. So we've got like chair workouts, body weight stuff, the quick and dirty, which is with Jamie and often with me. We've got mobility and yoga. We've got a whole bunch of stuff. And then we have learning units as well. So the longer we go on, the more stuff we're adding to these learning units. So things like how to massage your partner or kids or roommate, self-massage techniques, the guided meditations and stuff that's in the units too. There's some TMJ work for yourself. There's all sorts of stuff. And it's just getting more and more rich as we go along.
Yeah. And it's nice because they're provided by wellness specialists, right? Like people who are educated and certified. So, not only you're getting your workouts, but you're getting workouts that are being, programmed and facilitated by people who have, a good education and a good background and things like that to make sure that, the exercise selection is appropriate and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
I think we did a good job of kind of nailing down being able to have something for everybody, right?
Yeah.
And so many of the workouts are, designed for people at home who have no equipment at all,
Right.
or very minimal equipment. And there's a nice spectrum there of, we have yoga and stuff as well. So the idea was to come at it with a holistic approach, right? We're looking after mind, body, and spirit.
Yeah.
And it's been a blast for us. It gave us, even now it's like giving us something to focus on every day, and still be able to reach out and kind of, help our community.
That's awesome. I think that's great. And I'm sure you've got a big group of people joining in and
yeah, we want more. There's about 50.
Nice.
But actually the price, it's only $99 a month and people can cancel anytime. Of course, we didn't want to make it too prohibitive, but we know that a lot of people wanted to support us and Whole Therapy at this time. But we also wanted to in turn provide value to them. And so we wanted to over deliver on value.
Yes.
So, and I think we've done that. We're getting some excellent feedback and there's tons of accountability and there's so many people are participating. It's really, really nice. So this community has actually been a real silver lining in this really trying time. So,
I think too, like, we're all sort of those of us who are used to moving on a daily basis and seeing you guys for other things. It's like, it's really nice that we are in a time where we have such incredible technology that we can still stay connected. Like, could you imagine going through this with
amazing
technology? Like, this is great. We can still help clients out. We can still add value. So I think that's really lovely that you guys are doing that. And at the end of this video, I'll put sort of your contact information so that people can get in touch with you guys.
It should be noted too, you asked before what kinds of stuff we're doing. We do have some emergency visits available for people. So not for massage, unfortunately, it's not deemed a service that can provide emergency stuff, but for physiotherapy and for chiropractic.
Okay.
So in-person visits are possible, but you have to have a phone conversation first with the practitioner. But we are doing the telehealth as well. And we're doing telehealth personal training as well.
That's awesome. Good stuff. Okay. Anything else you guys want to add or anything that's come up in your calls or concerns that people have or anything that you might want to share before we say goodbye to?
I will. I think that, outside, of course, like we're coming at it from the wellness perspective, and I think we're seeing, a real emergence of like online, offerings in terms of like your workouts and things like that at home. And I think that's important in whatever modality people use or whatever, professionals they use, if they're getting that service, I think that's excellent. But one of the things I think that is really important and that we're trying to address really is also the mental health side of the things that we're going through here, and that lack of community, right? And so I think that we're kind of bridging that gap where it's one thing to have an in-home workout, but it's another thing to have a community to be able to reach out to, and faces, and somebody who's actually recognizing, in the mornings people log on and we're able to say, hey Anna, how are you? Things like that. And I think it's really important to people to be able to have that type of connection, because if we can't have it directly physically, at least we know that we have the kind of interaction that we're having right now. And people are able to share. We have people every day that are writing their goals down and they're sharing their experiences, and some of them are pretty intimate, but it's amazing because there's obviously other people out there that are feeling the same way. And I think that was one of the really important things for us, and one of the things that's kind of differentiating what we're doing is we're really trying to understand the person. We're trying to treat the person, not the scenario, right? Like the scenario is that we have a business that has to operate, but the truth is that inside that there's all these individual people, that we're wanting to help, and all of them are a little bit different, and all of them have different, issues and different feelings and things like that. And so I think by providing that community, we're able to link people up that are can help each other out. And I think that's what we're feeling too. And I'll be fast because I talk a lot, but I think that's one of the things that we've noticed too in the morning is that not only are in the morning coffees are we providing that, motivation and guidance for people in the morning, but it gives us a purpose every day too. So they're feeding back to us all the time. So I wake up in the morning and I'm excited because I I have something to do, you know what I mean? And I have some interaction that's coming back
and
to
a place
me.
to be.
And a place to be.
To put pants on for.
That's right. Yeah. So,
Or if not pants, at least a shirt.
right.
Because you can't tell if I'm wearing pants right now.
I may not be wearing any either.
That's true. It's so true.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that you said that, Jamie, because I think at this point we're all kind of used to the new normal, right, of how to move around society, but it's really now the mental health part of it that's really important, right? And what are people doing at home? Do they have anxiety? How are they dealing with it? And I think belonging to a community, even if it's a virtual community, is so important.
Yeah.
So that's really nice that you guys are doing that. For if nothing else, just to have people to be able to see you every day and hear your voices every day.
There is no, honestly, it's funny because Jamie is a natural introvert and I'm a natural extrovert, and that has really come to light in this situation because he's a lot better just being chill at home, and I am like, there's no substitute for real human interaction. So getting it this way virtually is helpful. But in fact, it's been a saving grace for me. But I know for a lot of other people too. So I'm glad we're able to do this.
And normalizing people's feelings, right? Because I think there's a lot of people who think I shouldn't be anxious over this, you know, or they're creating a lot of self-judgment on the space that they're in. And knowing that other people are feeling the same way, I think is important. You know, like you're not different. You know, everybody has feelings around this thing, and some are way over on this side, and some are over on that side, and it really doesn't matter. You know, so you know, it's just a non-judgmental space where people get to come in and be human, right? Is what we want. So.
Yeah, and I remember you saying to us years ago in training, it's like 100% looks different every day, right?
It does.
And you really need to be kind to yourself. And some days I'm very productive and get lots of stuff done. Today I did 2 workouts, and other days it's like I don't want to do anything today. And it's okay, right? Just to be able to say to self, you know what, just not one of those days today. And so, you know, and all these things that we're hearing about, this motivation thing that you have all this time, you should learn a new language, and
that was so ignorant.
For those people who are like that minded, but
hearing
that, some people are just like, oh my God, I can't, you know, I'm having a hard time.
We have 4 kids at home, right? So going from being at work, you know, 6 hours of the day, 8 hours of the day, and then trying to do anything with 4 kids at home, I was like, okay, let's have fun with that.
And the reality is so different for everybody. You have those people, and I understand where those comments come from. I'm not going to judge those, but they are relatively ignorant from a good space. In that you're right, we do have some extra time potentially now to do some things, but you're not putting the human element in there. Like this thing that's happening to some people is inspiring, and they have time off that they've never had before. For other people, it's devastating. You know, the social communities that they have that they go to work for, that's what they live for.
Not to mention financially.
Absolutely. When you remove that from people to say, hey, I've just taken away everything that you know to be real, you should be able to learn a new language and play the guitar by the time this thing is over, you know, is
not
just
realistic.
That's not for everybody, right? And so that's the thing, is everybody's in their own space and everybody's their own person, you know, and we have to live through this thing in our own way. And there's people out there just like you, you know, and that's the thing. We have to respect people as the individual, how they feel, right?
And just finding, for me, I'm just finding joy every day in something, even if it's something small, right? And and I always tell people, you know, when you're climbing a mountain, don't look up at the top, because you're just going to go, oh God, that's
you're
too
missing it.
He has the same analogy. It's like
just one step at a time. Look down at your feet, one step at a time, and then eventually you'll look up and you're like, oh hey, I'm at the top of the mountain. Awesome.
Yeah, and you know, Anna, sometimes you have to sit on the path for a minute. Right? You just need to sit down and look around, right? And just like let it take it in. Look back down the path and see how far you've come.
I feel like we've had this conversation before.
So we probably have
several
in different ways, but you know, that's the way that it works. It's true, right?
Jamie's like my Mr. Miyagi. We were watching this little joke. I was watching Karate Kid with my kids, and after it I said, oh man, I wish I had a Mr. Miyagi. And the kids looked at me and went, really, Mom? You have Jamie. You do have Jamie. He is my Mr. Miyagi.
Probably one of the best compliments I've ever had.
It's true.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. I know that you're busy with your kids and stuff.
Absolutely.
I'm going to share this with my peeps and put it up on social media as well. And thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Anna.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.